nothing doing. So a runner on second with one out for Clay Valenzuela-Reese. The count 1-1. The pitch. Hit hard by Valenzuela-Reese to the shortstop. DeLorfis advances to third. Clay is thrown out at first.
Your Rogues left fielder, number 2, Johnny.
And Johnny De La Cruz will step in. Runner over on third. First pitch swinging by De La Cruz. And he hits it right at the second baseman. The Rogues will strand one as we'll go to the top of the sixth. We're tied at 1. Presented by Mike Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. This is Medford Rogues Baseball, live on MedfordRogues.com. Back out for the top of the sixth inning is Jaden France. Through 5 innings, Jaden surrendered 4 hits, an earned run, a walk while striking out 5. And Bobby Kinney will lead things off in the top of the sixth. Rogues have gotten runners on early. They just haven't been able to push anyone across since the second inning. Brian Schnee back with you here live at MedfordRogues.com. We apologize we lost you for a quick moment there. We're back, and we're better than ever. Kinney steps in the left-handed batter's box. France back out there for the sixth. The first pitch. Hit hard to Davis DeLorfis. He bobbles, scoops up, fires to first. Not in time. I mean, an error on Davis DeLorfis.
Batting for the Pickles right fielder, Griffin Mueller.
So Griffin Mueller steps in. No outs, runner on first. France comes to his set. Bunt laid down. It's popped up into the screen behind home plate, and the count is 0-1. Just a runner on first for the Portland Pickles trying to take the lead. We are tied at 1 here at Harry and David Field. Count 0-1. Bunt being squared by Mueller. Pulled back. Pitches upstairs 1-1. Runner on first. No outs. Here's the 1-1 pitch from France. Bunt is laid down. France runs over to first, makes a great play on the run with the toss to first base. as Kinney advances to second. Great job by the pitcher, Jaden France, to come off and toss over to first for the out.
First baseman
Daniel Lopez steps in with a runner on second and one out. One out here in the top of the sixth inning. We are tied at one. France with the pitch. First pitch fouled away. Out of play, and the count is 0-1. Runner on second. Rogues fans, we are back with you tomorrow night. 6:25 pregame show, 6:35 first pitch. We started about 10 minutes late tonight. We will try not to do that anymore. Most of those things are completely out of my hands, so we apologize for those of you that were waiting for that first pitch right at 6:35 tonight. Next one is outside to Daniel Lopez. The count is 1-1, one out, runner on second, top six. We are tied at one. Just one hit tonight for the Medford Rogues. Gordon does not throw the baseball particularly hard by any means. Just been keeping hitters off balance. Next pitch from France down below the knees. Count is 2-1. France again will get the sign from Alex Isola. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Called strike at the knees, count 2-2. Two balls, two strikes, one out. Runner on second. That is Bobby Kinney, who reached on an error and was sacrificed over on a bunt by Mueller. One away. France looks at second. Fakes the throw. Nothing doing other than a runner headed back to second base. Good to have you all back with us here live on MedfordRogues.com. Count is 2-2 with one out. France looks at second, goes to the plate. The 2-2 hit hard, but foul. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes. One away here in the top of the sixth. France looks at second, holds, goes to the plate. Just low, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Jaden France has thrown a ton of pitches. Count now 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. France comes to a set. Goes to the plate. Hit high down the left side. Hanna gives chase, but that one's out of play. Count remains full at 3 balls, 2 strikes. Rogues would like to thank Rogue Credit Union for their continued support of Medford Rogues baseball and the surrounding Southern Oregon community. Our friends at Rogue Credit Union are striking out hunger. Rogue Credit Union is donating $10 to Access each time a Rogues pitcher strikes out a player from the opposing team during a home game. Rogue Credit Union, living local, it's a Rogue thing. Medford Rogues baseball live here on MedfordRogues.com. Top of the sixth, we are tied at 1. Game 3 of 3 between the Rogues and the Pickles in this early season series. Superhero night at the ballpark. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch from Jaden France off the plate for ball 4. Runners now on first and second with 1 out. The catcher, Buffaro, will step in 0 for 2 tonight. Christian Coronado will come out and talk to his right-hander, Jaden France. For over 60 years, Lippert's Carpet has been dedicated to helping people find the best flooring solutions for their home or business. And for over 60 years, Lippert's has sponsored and donated to many organizations in our community, and we appreciate them. If you want to completely transform a room, Lippert's has many products available, and there are more choices than ever. Whether it's for your home or business, Lippert's has a professional staff dedicated to helping you find just what you're looking for. Lippert's thanks you for over 60 years of being your flooring source. Located in Medford on North Pacific Highway or Rogue River Highway in Grants Pass, you can always find them online at lipperts.com. Mound visit from Coronado is over. We are tied at 1 here in the top of the 6th inning with 1 out, a runner on first and second now for the Portland Pickles. Game 3 of 3 between these two teams. Malik Evans in the bullpen for the Medford Rogues. Hit to the right side. Picked up and fired to first by Clay Valenzuela-Reese for out number 2 as Buffaro grounds out. The runners advance, so now Lopez is at second as the trailing runner to Kinney at third. Again, the Medford Rogues have Malik Evans in the bullpen. Jaden France trying to get out of the jam. Runners on second and third for the Pickles, trying to break open this ball game as Renner Stecky steps in. Stecky 0 for 2 tonight. First pitch, a dribbler to the third baseman, Jaden Hanna, who fires to first, short hops it, and an error by Hanna will score 2 runs. And now it's a 3-1 lead for the Pickles. So with 2 outs, there's a runner on first. The Pickles lead 3-1. Kinney scores, Lopez scores, and that was the outlet for Jaden France he badly needed. But plenty of time left for the Rogues. They'll just need another heroic fashion here on Superhero Night. Some sort of a comeback. Starkovic in the left-handed batter's box. Check swing back to Jaden France, who will run over to first and toss it for the out. The damage is done. No hits allow the Pickles to get 2 runs across. Rogues trail 3-1. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Medford Rogues Baseball live on MedfordRogues.com. Presented by Mike Newman and the Newman Group. We're going to be right back. We're back here with you live on MedfordRogues.com. In the bottom of the sixth, the Rogues down 3-1. Jack Gordon back on the mound for the Portland Pickles, who got 2 runs in the top of the sixth inning on an error, which has allowed the Pickles to take a 3-1 lead. First pitch swinging off the bat of Isola is a fly out to right. Dante Gutierrez will step in, the right fielder tonight for the Medford Rogues.
Your right fielder, number 20, Dante.
Rogues need something here. Couple innings to work with, but why wait? One out here in the bottom of the sixth. The pitch, outside, 1-0. Through 5 1/3, Gordon has surrendered just 1 earned run, 1 hit, 3 walks, no strikeouts. Next pitch low, 2 balls, no strikes. The 2-0 pitch, called strike on the outer half, 2-1. Rogues trailing 3-1 here in the bottom of the sixth inning. Gutierrez looks at the 2-1 downstairs. 3 balls and a strike. Dante very selective at the plate. He has walked once already tonight and scored a run, the only run in the ballgame for the Medford Rogues, who trail 3-1. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Ball 4. So the Rogues have a runner on first with 1 out for Connor Lowry. You know the power is there for Connor Lowry. How about the timing? He's also walked tonight and been strong with the bat again this season as a returning Medford Rogue. An all-star last year in the Great West League. Again, we're back here with you live on MedfordRogues.com. 1 out. Pitch is off the plate. Count 1-0. Runner on first is Gutierrez. Gordon from the stretch deals outside. 2 balls, no strikes. That was right where Bufaro set up, just a little bit low. And off the plate for ball number 2 in the count to Connor Lowry. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss on the off speed, 2-1. The 2-1 curveball upstairs. The 2-1, pardon the 3-1, hit high to shallow left field. Going over is the shortstop, Daniel Lopez, who makes the catch for out number 2.
Your third baseman, Rogue's own Jaden Hanna.
So Jaden Hanna has an opportunity here to put one to the outfield, keep the Rogues going here in the 6th. Two outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. A 3-1 lead for Portland. The pitch to Jaden Hanna. A little bit low. 1 ball, no strikes. Gutierrez over at first. Got some special visitors in the booth tonight. Who do we have here? Chaz is the man of the night. Chaz is here. Our one and only honorary Rogue. I am honored to have our one and only honorary Rogue with me in the booth right now. You can't see him, but I can promise you he is here. But maybe in just a moment, he won't be with superpowers. It is, after all, Superheroes Night. Runner over on first, 2 outs. The 2-0 pitch. Called strike on the outer half, 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Gutierrez over at first. Jaden Hanna at the plate in the left-handed batter's box. Gordon back on the mound, comes to a set. Count 2-1. Inside, 3 balls, 1 strike. Thanks to our special guest for stopping by the booth tonight. An honorary high five from Chaz. And we both are wearing blue special Children's Miracle Network wristbands tonight. And we're going to take a picture. Jaden Hanna walks, so now there's runners on first and second with 2 outs. Josh Berman steps in, and I believe this will be it for Gordon, maybe on a pitch count tonight, but a slow trot out to the mound, so we will assume as so. 2 outs. Here in the bottom of the 6th, runners on first and second for the Medford Rogues, and the Pickles do go to the bullpen. We'll take a quick break with them. We'll return to the bottom of the 6th in just a moment. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball, presented by Mike Newman and the Newman Group, live on MedfordRogues.com. All right, welcome back here. Bottom of the 6th inning, Brian Schnee with you. Apologize for the quick silence on the broadcast. I was over for taking more pictures with our honorary rogue on the other side of the press box. I apologize for that. I will put those up on our Twitter page shortly. Also on my Facebook page, which is Brian Schnee, if you'd like to check it out. I'll put those pictures up there, and check out what I mean when I say honorary rogue. Chaz was in the building. We're both wearing the same wristband right now for Children's Miracle Network. Just a great night here at the ballpark. For those of you that have never been, I hope you do join us before the year ends for one of our special nights. Russell Grant, left-hander from Palomar College, product of Oceanside, California, 6'1", 180, comes in to throw here in the 6th inning. Good outing for Gordon. 5 2/3. He's got the 2 runners on, but 5 walks. Just 1 hit. First pitch from Grant. Low and out, 1 ball, no strikes. Grant making his 3rd appearance. His first in relief. Here's the 1-0. Hit high by Berman to shallow center field. A can of corn for Joey Cooper, an old school baseball term for you. Out number 3. We'll go to the top of the 7th inning. Rogues trailing 3-1. You are listening to Medford Rogues Baseball, presented by Mike Newman and the Newman Group, live on MedfordRogues.com. In the pitch here for the top of the seventh inning, Malik Evans comes in out of the bullpen for the Medford Rogues. And the first pitch he gets, Garrett Myers to foul off. The count is 0-1. Nice to have you back with us here live on MedfordRogues.com. Brian Schnee with you, presented by Mike Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Rogues trail 3-1. Called strike to Myers, and the count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. Here's the 0-2 pitch, away, 1 ball, 2 strikes. The line on Jaden France faced 26 batters in 6 innings, 1 earned run, 4 hits, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts. He'll check down to see if the 9-hitter Myers went through with the swing. He did not, and the count remains 2-2 now. In the top of the 5th inning, Marysville and Yuba City tied at 1. The 2-2 pitch lifted to right field. Gutierrez right there, and he makes the catch. First out here in the top of the 7th inning. Again, for those of you just joining us, the Medford Rogues trailing 3-1 to the Portland Pickles here in the 3rd game of a 3-game series. The Rogues got games 1 and 2. Leadoff batter Joey Cooper steps in. Count 0-1. Next pitch away. 1 ball, 1 strike. For those of you joining us live on MedfordRogues.com, looks like Dave and Pat are having a little issue with the signal. Is everyone else out there hearing us okay? I was able to check in between innings just on the YouTube app, and we sounded pretty good. A slow dribbler. Evans comes over to cover, just not in time, as Josh Berman came up with a great play on the slow roller. Evans came over to cover. It's going to be an error. 3rd error tonight for the Rogues. The Rogues had been playing quite well defensively leading up to tonight. Finally starting to figure some things out. There was an error last night, but nothing like what we saw early in the season. Sean Parsons steps in. Runner on first now with 1 out. Evans delivers curveball away. 1 ball, no strikes. Parsons is 0 for 1 since he came in for Colin Rubino. Runner was off and moving, but Parsons fouls it away. Count is 1-1. Again, nice to have you with us live here on MedfordRogues.com. Brian Schnee with you tonight. Game 3 of 3 between the Medford Rogues and the Portland Pickles. Nice crowd on hand tonight. Dying down just a little bit. Superhero night, always fun. Evans checks over at first, nothing doing there. Count is 1-1 to Sean Parsons, the left-handed hitter, up at the plate here with a runner on first. Next pitch outside, 2-1. Rogues trying to improve to 10-5 on the year. They are a full game back of Lincoln, who will be here tomorrow night. It seems like every time that the Medford Rogues want to take on the Lincoln Potters, it looks like Lincoln always gets a day off beforehand. I don't know who's scheduling these things. Hit hard to Jaden Hand. Bare hands it on a hop. Fires to first. What a play by Jaden Hanna. Friendly bounce to his shoulder, and he fires to first. 2 outs.
Next up to bat for the Pickles, second baseman Bobby Kinney.
Bobby Kinney steps in. Had a single in the fourth. He scored twice tonight. Has been the benefactor of an error twice on the bases tonight. 2 outs, runner on second. Rogues trying to get up and out and back up to the plate. Trailing 3-1 here in the top of the 7th inning. The pitch from Evans in there for a strike. First pitch curveball from the right-hander Malik Evans. Was a member of the Rogues pitching staff last season. Only threw in a couple games. Runner is off and moving as the next pitch by Kinney is fouled away. One ball, 2 strikes. Pardon, no balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs. Here in the top of the 7th. Evans goes to the plate. Swing and a miss, strike 3. As Evans gets out of a runner in scoring position, and he strands him at second. 3-1 lead will go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Rogues trail by 2. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball, live on MedfordRogues.com. Back here in the bottom of the 7th inning, Caleb Smith steps in. Rogues down 3-1. Count quickly at 2 balls, no strikes. The pitch from the left-hander, also low. 3 balls, no strikes. Here's the pitch. Called strike at the knees. Three balls, 2 strikes to Caleb Smith. The 3-2 outside for ball 4. Leadoff walk for the
Your Rogue shortstop, number 18, David.
Medford Rogues with the top of the lineup stepping in. Davis DeLorphis due at this point. He's walked twice. What more can you do with that and a flyout? Once he sees some pitches, I think DeLorphis knows exactly what he's got to do. First pitch away to DeLorphis. Next pitch. Low and in, 2 balls, no strikes. Mound visit coming. And looks like it potentially could be the same result as the last time everyone slowly trotted in. I believe the Pickles would go to the bullpen. Runner on first. Rogues trail 3-1. 2 ball, no strike count to Davis DeLorphis. And the Rogues will see a new pitcher when we return. Here in the bottom of the 7th inning, 1 runner on, no outs. DeLorphis is the count at 2-0. Back to Harry and David Field in a moment, presented by Mike Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. This is Medford Rogues Baseball. Back here in the bottom of the seventh inning, Mitch Maines will throw for the visiting Portland Pickles. The 2-0, put over to the right side. Friendly bounce for one. DeLorfis motors down first, and he gets punched out. Jeff Lyle's reaction says it all. I don't believe so, sir. Rogues get a tough break as Josh Hogan will come over and say, "Are you kidding me?" He stands behind the pitcher's mound and doesn't believe that Eric Martinez could make that call, but he did. Momentum killed.
Your Rogues second.
And now Clay Valenzuela-Reese steps in. A 4-6-3 double play for the Portland Pickles. First pitch to Clay Valenzuela-Reese is in there for a strike. The 0-1 outside. Maines pitched an inning and a third last night, surrendering just one hit. Lowered his ERA from 5.68 to 4.70. Pickles lead 3-1 here in the bottom of the seventh. The 1-1 pitch coming. A dribbler to the third baseman. Scooped up, fired to first, in time. Nothing across for the Rogues. Through 7, Rogues trail 3-1. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball, live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Mike Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Top of the 8th, coming up next. Back here for the top of the 8th inning. Bobby Wood comes in to pitch for the Medford Rogues. First pitch to Griffin Mueller in there for a strike. Count 0-1. Curveball now from Bobby Wood in there for a strike. No balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Wood deals. Swing and a miss. It's going to get away from Isola. He's going to try to fire him out at first. Berman couldn't squeeze it. So a strikeout, but advancement for Griffin Mueller. Daniel Lopez steps in.
Shortstop, Daniel Lopez.
Wood on the season, 6 1/3 before tonight, making his 4th appearance. 11 hits, 3 earned runs, 8 strikeouts, 4.26 ERA. The future Kansas State product. Played a year of baseball at Mission Community College. Has a runner on first, no outs. Bunt being squared by Daniel Lopez. He pulls back. That one out of the zone, 1 ball, no strikes. Wood definitely has some juice, a little velocity behind the fastball. He's walked 3 batters this year in 6 1/3 innings. The 1-0 pitch. Bunt laid down. Wood comes off, gloves it, fires to first on a toss, and an easy out for Bobby Wood. But that advances Griffin Mueller to second base. So 1 out, runner in scoring position. That's kind of been the theme for Portland tonight. To say the Rogues have done nothing at the plate is pretty much accurate. Jaden Hanna had a hit in the second inning, and that's the only thing. First pitch swinging by Braden Buffaro is to shallow center field. Caleb Smith makes the catch for out number 2. You'll take those when you can get them. So this will bring up Renner Stecky, 0 for 3 tonight, just a .167 hitting average from the plate. Mueller is at second base right now. Stecky, a right-handed hitter, will go at the right-handed Bobby Wood, who is the 3rd pitcher tonight for the Medford Rogues. France went 6. Malik Evans came in for the 7th. And then Wood here in the top of the 8th inning. First pitch to Stecky in there for a strike at the belt. Count 0-1. Matt Starkovic, the designated hitter on deck, but 2 outs for the Rogues with the count 0-1. Runner on second. Wood goes to the plate, nearly gets by Alex Isola. Glove saving a beauty. Kept it in front, count 1-1. Crowd is quieted down just a little bit here at the ballpark. We had a good number tonight. Of course, I never have that official number for you until I hear it myself, but the 1-1 pitch. Curveball in for a strike. Count is 1-2. 2 outs. Runner on second. Rogues trying to get out of it. I feel like I've said that probably the last 3 innings. And get back up and get something going with the bats. Wood from the set has the count at 1-2. 2 outs, runner on second. The pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Curveball from Bobby Wood. And the Pickles strand one at second. Nothing across the board in the top of the 8th. Portland still owning a 3-1 lead as we go to the bottom half. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball, presented by Mike Newman and the Newman Group, live on MedfordRogues.com. Back here for the bottom of the 8th inning, presented by Mike Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Rogues trying to get something, trailing 3-1. Mitch Maines back out there for the Portland Pickles. First pitch to Johnny De La Cruz in there for a strike. The second one quickly below the kneecaps, and the count is 1-1. Johnny 0 for 3 tonight. And Alex Isola 0 for 3 tonight, who's also on deck. Not something you hear typically between those two guys. Here's the 1-1. Out of the zone, 2-1. Rogues 9-5, winners of their last 3, trying to stay hot as they welcome the Lincoln Potters to town for the first time in history. Lincoln's never been here. Lincoln, the class of the league right now, on top with a 10-4 record. The 2-1. Hit to the left side. Going to be a tough play for the shortstop. Backhanded. Fired to first. Not in time. De La Cruz motors out an infield single. Great play by the shortstop. Colin Rubino went into the deepest part of the infield. Backhanded. Tried to fire to first. Good throw to the bag, too, mind you. And Johnny got in there by a step. This brings up Alex Isola. The time is now, boys. If the Rogues want to do it, the time is now. They did walk off last night, but they got the run they needed beforehand to tie that game and take the stress off a little bit going into the 9th inning. They scored in the bottom of the 8th last night, tying the game at 5, and then everything kind of just fell into place for Medford. They loaded the bases last night with ease, got a leadoff double by Clay Valenzuela-Reese. All Dante Gutierrez had to do was put it in the outfield, and he did just that, a sacrifice fly that won the game. First pitch from Maines to Isola, inside part of the plate for a strike, count 0-1. Great night for baseball. If you count just temperature, a little breeze, it's perfect. No sunshine, who needs it? Just a great night. We are perfect so far this year here at Harry and David Field. No complaints as we head into the second half of June. Again, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, right back here at Harry and David Field. Star Wars night, fireworks, things that go boom on Saturday night, so join us. The 1-1, low and in, 2-1. Isola, 2 flyouts to left, 1 to right. We'll see if he can straighten one out here. No outs, runner on first, count is 2-1. The right-hander Maines comes to a set. Small lead for De La Cruz over at first, the 2-1 pitch. Got to be a strike, and it is. Outside corner, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pickles trying to salvage a game in this series. They've lost the last 2 nights. That would be a tough bus ride home to Portland. Check over to first. De La Cruz slides in easily. Gets the jersey dirty here in the 8th inning. Count is 2-2. No outs. Maines glances over at first, comes to his set. Will deal the 2-2 pitch to Isola. Hits it hard to the right side for a base hit. And Johnny De La Cruz stands up at second. And now the Rogues are grooving. 2 runners on with no out.
Batting next for your Rogues right fielder, number 20, Dante Gutierrez.
So Dante Gutierrez steps in, has scored the lone run for the Medford Rogues tonight. He has walked twice. Second highest walk total for the Rogues this year, behind Johnny De La Cruz. They just don't want to throw to those two. Dante, the hero last night, the victim of the post-game mob after a walk-off. Product of the San Diego, California area. Just finished his freshman year at the University of San Diego. Getting lots of at-bats this summer. Started behind home plate as the catcher for the first 6 nights for the Medford Rogues. Then has split between designated hitter and right fielder ever since. Gutierrez in the left-handed batter's box. Runners on first and second. Maines goes to the plate. Gutierrez tried to lay down the bunt and couldn't slap it down in fair territory. The count 0-1. So De La Cruz in scoring position at second. Isola, the game-tying run at first. On deck, Connor Lowry for the Medford Rogues. The 0-1 pitch. Gutierrez thought about the bunt. Instead, he pulled back out of the zone, 1-1. It's been an interesting ball game. Jaden France did not throw the baseball bad at all. Had a ground ball that would have gotten him out of the inning in the top of the sixth, but an error was committed. So that's when 2 runs came across to score, and ultimately the Pickles benefiting from the awful number on the scoreboard. 5 errors for the Rogues tonight. And we haven't seen this since the opening series. Runners on first and second, the count 2-1 to Gutierrez. Lays down the bunt down the third base side, but it's foul, and the count is 2-2. Count 2-2. No outs. Fouled away by Gutierrez. So the count now 2-2. The leading run at the plate, the tying run at first. Gutierrez at second, no out. The count, rather De La Cruz at second. No out, 2-2 count to Gutierrez. Maines delivers. Fouled away by Dante Gutierrez, protecting the plate. Special Father's Day brunch on Sunday. If you'd like to join us at the ballpark with former Major League player and coach Freddie Sandoval, you can do that. Love to have you, and if you attend as a father to the brunch, you get a free ticket to Sunday night's game. Funny how that works. Inside to Gutierrez, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Can't tell you how many times we've said Dante Gutierrez is selective at the plate, has a great vision for the strike zone, and a great feel for it. The count 3-2. Gutierrez steps in the left-handed batter's box. The 3-2 pitch on the way. Hit up the middle, thrown to second for 1 and to first for 2. A double play for the Portland Pickles, but a runner just 90 feet away for Connor Lowry, who has been known to hit the long ball. 6-4-3 in the scorer's book. But De La Cruz at third. Connor Lowry, the designated hitter tonight, walked in the 4th inning, stole a base, and has flown out twice. He's going at the right-hander Mitch Maines here. Runner on third. The pitch. Out of the zone, 1 ball, no strikes. Rogues trying to at least get 1 across and make it interesting. Count 1-0. Runner on third. Here's the pitch. Lowry lifts one to shallow right field. It's going to drop. An RBI single for Connor Lowry. Definitely did not hit it on the sweet spot, but what does it matter? The Rogues get a run. They trail 3-2. Things interesting with Jaden Hanna up at bat. So Johnny De La Cruz scores. And the Portland Pickles will go to the bullpen. We'll take a quick break. We will reset the format for you here in the bottom of the 8th inning. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball, presented by Mike Newman and the Newman Group, live on MedfordRogues.com. Things interesting here at the ballpark. Nice to have you with us. Rogues trailing just 3-2. Connor Lowry over at first. For Jaden France, Jacob Albee, the left-hander, comes in to face left-handed hitting Jaden Hanna. Lowry over at first base. Count 0-1 to Jaden Hanna. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Up and away, 1 ball, 1 strike. And again, for those of you joining us live here on MedfordRogues.com, we appreciate you sticking with us late in this one. Apologize if we play the same music over and over again. We really don't have many options. Thank the music industry for that one. Count 1-1. 2 outs. Runner on first is Connor Lowry. Look out. That one gets by the catcher as Jaden Hanna ducks, and Connor Lowry. The tying run is over at second base. A poke here would make this one a tie game. So Jaden Hanna steps up with the count 2-1. Hanna had the lone hit for the Medford Rogues early in the ball game. In the second, he drove in, or at least got Dante Gutierrez in position to be sac-flied in by Caleb Smith. The 2-1 pitch, check swing from Hanna, called strike, 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Rogues trying to battle back and make it interesting. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, in a mound visit from Bufaro to Jacob Albee, making his now 7th appearance out of the bullpen this year. Albee threw last night and got the loss. 2 earned runs, 4 hits, a walk, and 2 strikeouts. Faced 9 hitters in an inning and a third. So it's a 3-2 ball game. Portland on top here in the bottom of the 8th. The Rogues have already scored 1 off the bat of Connor Lowry, an RBI single. Johnny De La Cruz came home to score, and we are tied at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Going to get by the catcher. The game-tying run is now 90 feet away. The luck of the Irish on Superhero Night. Seriously. You can't really put it any better. Albee has thrown 2 away, allowing Lowry to get from first to second and then second to third. Hanna had a hit in the second inning, flew out, walked, and could really change the game here. Three ball, 2 strike count, 2 outs. Josh Berman on deck for the Medford Rogues has been quiet tonight. Was hit by a pitch and then has flown out twice. Has not gotten a good piece this evening, but we know what happens when he does. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Check swing, strike 3, and the Rogues go down. The Rogues strand 1 at third. A run scored. They trail 3-2. They need to hold them in the top of the 9th. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball, presented by Mike Newman and the Newman Group, live on MedfordRogues.com. Live at MedfordRogues.com. Brian Schnee with you here in the top of the ninth inning. First pitch from Bobby Wood is in there for a strike to Matt Starkovic, the 8-hitter in the lineup. Rogues trailing 3-2 tonight. They get one in the bottom of the eighth. Is it too little, too late? The Rogues need a hold here. Next pitch outside, 1-1. Again, we are back with you Friday, Saturday, Sunday, live here on MedfordRogues.com, 6:35 first pitch for a series with the Lincoln Potters. The 1-1. Curveball looked good, but missed somewhere, and the count is 2-1. Talk about interesting scenarios. Tonight is superhero night. I have a gentleman dressed as Batman to my right. He goes by the name of Jonathan Kerman, and we're happy to have him back. The 1-2, or the 2-1, is hit deep, and gone by Matt Starkovic. He rips it down the right field line, and the Portland Pickles lead 4-2. We haven't had many here at Harry and David Field, but Starkovic made it look easy. Just pulled it, was way out in front of it.
Left fielder Garrett Myers.
Garrett Myers steps in. So no outs. Garrett Myers steps in. 4-2 lead. Count 1-0 from Bobby Wood. Myers, the 9-hitter, sees the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Wood. The stretch curveball in there for a strike. Completely fooled Garrett Myers. And the count is 1-2 strikes. Wood comes to his set and has the count at 1-2. No outs. Gets a sign from Isola. And goes to the plate. Here's the 1-2. Outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Count 2-2, no outs. Starkovic led off the inning with a solo shot to right. And you could tell as soon as that one was off the bat, it was out of here. No worry about the foul pole that has been recently put back up, right? But no need for it. Over the Fred Myers sign. 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Bobby Wood gets the strikeout. Out number 1 here in the top of the ninth. First strikeout for Bobby Wood since coming in the ball game. Joey Cooper steps in now with 1 out. Cooper in the left-handed batter's box. The pitch, low and in, 1 ball, no strikes. Again, you're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball, presented by Mike Newman and the Newman Group, live on MedfordRogues.com. Here's the 1-0. Outside, 2 balls, no strikes. The 2-0 pitch from Bobby Wood. In there for a strike at the knees. Count now 2-1. Called strike. Count now 2 balls, 2 strikes. Wood catches the sign from Alex Isola and will go right at Joey Cooper. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts for Bobby Wood. Mixed it up with the off-speed. Quickly 2 outs here in the top of the 9th. 2 runs is not much. When this Medford Rogues team gets hot, they know how to pour it on.
First baseman, Sean Parsons.
Fouled away on the first pitch of the at-bat to Sean Parsons. Count is 0-1. 2 outs here in the top of the 9th inning. It's a 4-2 lead for the Portland Pickles. It's tough to beat a team 3 days in a row, regardless of who is better than who most nights. It's just hard to do it. Next pitch ripped down the right field line. Count is 0-2. The example I will use for you is for those of you that actually watch the sport of hockey, which here in Southern Oregon, not many do, with the exception of a gentleman who actually just came up and visited me in the broadcast booth, John Hansen, who is one of the co-ownership partners of the Southern Oregon Spartans junior hockey program. I've used this analogy lots. Quinnipiac University hockey team beat Yale 3 times in a row in the regular season. The schools are about 11 miles apart total. Quinnipiac, clear-cut best team in the entire country, loses to Yale in the national championship game, but 4th time's a charm. Clearly the better team, but when you play a team that many times in a season, you're going to find the flaws most of the time. Unless you're the Golden State Warriors, you blow everyone away. Drop third strike. Fired out by Alex Isola. 3 strikeouts for Bobby Wood. Way to come back. Strike it out the side, but he allowed a leadoff home run to Matt Starkovic. Rogues trailing 4-2. They need the magic. They need it here in the bottom of the 9th. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball, presented by Mike Newman and the Newman Group, live on MedfordRogues.com. Bottom of the 9th inning here at Harry and David Field. Rogues trail 4-2. Josh Berman steps in against the left-hander, Jacob Albee, back out for his 2nd inning of work. Count 0-1 after a first pitch strike, the 0-1. Check swing by Berman. They ask down to first base umpire Mike Batchelder, and he says no go. Count is 1-1. Here's the 1-1 deal from the left-hander. Called strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Rogues in jeopardy of falling to 9-6 on the season. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Berman 0 for 2 tonight and was hit by a pitch in the second. Has the raw power to send one out of here. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Berman fouls it away. Presented by Mike Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. This is Medford Rogues Baseball, live on MedfordRogues.com. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Berman hits it hard to right field, but an easy play for the right fielder, Griffin Mueller, goes over about 5 steps to make the catch. Caleb Smith steps in.
Number 41, Caleb Smith.
Had a sac fly RBI in the second inning. Smith will step in the right-handed batter's box. Pickles trying to cling to a 2-run lead here in the bottom of the ninth. Albee deals inside 1-0. Albee 6'2", 220, sophomore from Vancouver, Washington, deals the 1-0. Called strike at the knees, 1-1. Caleb Smith, a Corvallis, Oregon native, has played the last 2 years at Lynn Benton Community College, checks at it. He did not go at the pitch out of the zone, and the count is 2-1. The Rogues will host the Lincoln Potters over the weekend. The 3-game series will be the first time Lincoln has played in Southern Oregon. Friday, a special Fill the Park Friday. Saturday, a Star Wars night, complete with post-game fireworks. And on Sunday, the Rogues will be hosting a special Father's Day game of catch on the field Sunday morning with a special brunch. And for those that attend, if you're a father, you'll get a free ticket to the game later that night. The 2-2 pitch. Outside, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Count now 3-2. Caleb Smith gets his first hit as a Medford Rogue. He got jammed and went with the pitch, hitting it right up the middle.
Your Rogue shortstop, number
So this will bring up Davis DeLorphis. A 1-out single for Caleb Smith. Tying run for the Medford Rogues is at the dish. So DeLorphis hit one out on the road. He hit one out last night. 2 home runs on the year for Davis DeLorphis. Could use one right about now. 1 out, runner on first. Albee goes to the plate. First pitch, a strike at the knees. Count is 0-1, 1 out. A 4-2 lead for Portland here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Pickles trying to get out of Medford with a win in the series. The 0-1, up and away, 1 ball, 1 strike. Count is 1-1. Runner on first. For the Rogues is Smith. The next pitch up and away, 2-1. DeLorphis is the count at 2 balls and a strike with 1 out. He's walked twice tonight. Reached on an error as well. Here's a 2-1. Inside, 3 balls and a strike. DeLorphis riding a 6-game hitting streak before tonight. That is in jeopardy on this at-bat. Count 3-1, 1 out. The pitch from Albee, swing and a miss, strike 2. Count 3 balls, 2 strikes. Clay Valenzuela-Reese on deck, who has a 10-game hitting streak on the line in his next at-bat. Here's the 3-2. DeLorphis pops it up, should get out of play, And it does. Bounces right in front of our window here in the press box. And DeLorphis gets another crack at it. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Those fans that have decided to stick around, rallying for the Rogues, who trail 4-2. Could use a little late-game heroics here on a Thursday night. Perhaps fueled from those superheroes coming around in the stands tonight. The 3-2 pitch. Ball 4. Good eye from DeLorphis, his 3rd walk tonight. The Rogues have runners on first and second with 1 out for Clay Valenzuela-Reese. The tying runner is on first. The winning run is at home plate with just 1 out and 2 on for the Rogues here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Valenzuela-Reese steps in the right-handed batter's box. He's going against the lefty Albee. First pitch, inside, 1-0. Runners on first and second, 1 out here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Rogues trailing 4-2 to the Portland Pickles. Count 1-0 to Clay Valenzuela-Reese. Here's the pitch. The left-hander deals a strike. Count now 1-1 with 2 outs. 1 out and 2 runners on. Albee comes set. The left-hander looks at second, goes to the plate. Inside, 2 balls and a strike. DeLorphis at first base after drawing the walk. Caleb Smith worked a 3-2 pitch into center field for his first hit as a Rogue. Here's the 2-1. Hit hard by Clay Valenzuela-Reese to left. It's going to drop. The stop sign is up, and the bases are loaded for the Medford Rogues in the bottom of the 9th inning as they trail by just 2. Few guys out there that you'd rather have at the plate than the one with the experience. Johnny De La Cruz will step in the right-handed batter's box. The Rogues walked off last night. Can they do it again? With that hit, Valenzuela-Reese keeps his hitting streak alive to 11 games. Talk about coming in and putting it out there when it matters in the clutch. Bases loaded. Albee from the full windup. The pitch. Low. 1 ball, no strikes. The last time the Rogues had a runner in scoring position, things got a little messy for Bafaro behind home plate. He let a couple get to the backstop. Just because it's only a 4-2 game doesn't mean this thing has been clean. Here's the 1-0. De La Cruz hits it on the ground, bobbled by the third baseman, thrown to the plate, and an out is recorded. So the bases are loaded. Josh Hogan is saying, why was the catcher blocking the plate? It's a force play at home. I know what he's saying. Bases loaded, 2 outs. And that was actually forced contact by the catcher. It wasn't a throw truly in the base path, but he tried to slap down the tag because the catcher had no idea how many outs there were and how many players were on. So now there are 2 outs. De La Cruz reaches on a fielder's choice. Smith thrown out. Alex Isola is 1 for 4 tonight. Bases still loaded with 2 outs for the Medford Rogues. Isola has the chance to be that guy. Wouldn't we all want to be that guy? Steps in the right-handed batter's box. Albee delivers. First pitch, low and in. 1 ball, no strikes. Walks are as good as a hit right now. Little by little, doesn't have to be all with 1 swing. Rogues trail 4-2. 2 outs, bases loaded. Here's the 1-0. In there, just below the kneecaps. 2 balls, no strikes. I feel like the Eric Martinez 2 innings ago would have called that a strike. Hate to use the name, but it's true. Here's the 2-0 pitch. The lefty deals. Hit hard to left field. No doubt about it. The Medford Rogues walk off on a grand slam. Alex Isola is the hero tonight. The Rogues win on a grand slam in the bottom of the 9th inning, and they win the ball game. They sweep the Portland Pickles. Alex Isola, the hero tonight. Touch 'em all, kid. I cannot believe it. Alex Isola walks off with a grand slam. We're going to step aside and digest it. We'll be right back. Rogues win tonight. Post game coming up. The Rogues win 6-4. Back in a moment. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball, presented by Mike Newman and the Newman Group, live on MedfordRogues.com. One of those things, you have to see it to believe it, but you heard it here first. The Medford Rogues walk off in the bottom of the 9th inning on a game-winning grand slam by Alex Isola. Here it is. I feel like the Eric Martinez 2 innings ago would have called that a strike. Hate to use the name, but it's true. Here's the 2-0 pitch. The lefty deals. Hit hard to left field. No doubt about it. The Medford Rogues walk off on a grand slam. Alex Isola is the hero tonight. The Rogues win on a grand slam in the bottom of the 9th inning, and they win the ball game. They sweep the Portland Pickles. Alex Isola, the hero tonight. Touch 'em all, kid. Moments ago, right here on MedfordRogues.com, that was the call of Alex Isola hitting the game-winning grand slam. Your Medford Rogues win tonight, 6-4. They sweep the Portland Pickles. About as unbelievable as you can imagine. We'll have that video for you momentarily on our Facebook page and our Twitter page. We'll step aside. We'll come back tomorrow night, and we'll try to sleep tonight. We'll see what we can do. The Rogues win in walk-off fashion on Superhero Night. A real-life superhero, Alex Isola, gets it done tonight. The Rogues win 6-4. They improve to 10-5. The clip you will see courtesy of Scotty Hunter on our Facebook and Twitter pages shortly. For my producer tonight, Jonathan Kerman, my name is Brian Schnee, saying so long from Harry and David Field. The unbelievable happened on Superhero Night, and we don't expect anything less. The Medford Rogues win by a final score of 6-5 on a walk-off grand slam. We're back with you tomorrow night as the Lincoln Potters come to town. You've been listening to Medford Rogues Baseball presented by Mike Newman and the Newman Group, live on MedfordRogues.com. Have a great night, everybody.
Rogue Nation, thanks for listening to Medford Rogues Baseball. Listen to the Rogues all season long, live on MedfordRogues.com.